Hello, my friend, welcome to our channel. In this video we are going to tell you about T-Bird at Ako. Danny Zilcita's T-Bird at Ako existed decades before the LGBT scene. The impact of this film is perhaps greater today than when it was produced in 1982. But T-Bird is also a product of its era's misogyny, which is exacerbated by the heated banter that is a Zilcita characteristic. Nonetheless, it remains a milestone picture, starring no less than the two most renowned women in contemporary Philippine cinema since the 1970s. T-Bird at Ako by Danny Zilcita is undeniably amusing. The storyline scenarios are amusing. The lines are clever. The pace is quick. Furthermore, Nora Aunор's lesbian love for Vilma Santos is highly brilliant, as the two celebrities in real life would not be caught dead in such a relationship. Nora Aunor is frequently featured as one of the oppressed in her films, so it's refreshing to see her in a different situation wielding authority and money as a lawyer. However, after establishing that idea in its tale, the film subverts it through Vilma's character Isabel, a taxi dancer charged with homicide after defending herself from an attempted rape. Nora's infatuated attorney Sylvia goes over and beyond on Isabel's behalf, performing pro bono work and even allowing Isabel to stay in her house for free. Of course, this creates a highly charged dynamic that renders Sylvia's social status entirely irrelevant in the realm of passion. Zilcita has built a profession out of accomplishing the impossible. In the Mahinhin series, he made him and Dindo Fernando a homosexual. He has now turned Aunor into a lesbian. When he attempts to turn Santos into a low-class beerhouse dancer, he fails. That puts his record at 2 out of 3 impossible things, which isn't bad for a generally placid film. Danny Zilcita's favorite actor, whose unexpected death in 1987 prompted him to quit creating films, appears midway through the film as Vilma's estranged boyfriend. Dindo Fernando was well recognized in his time for his virile character and adaptability, which he would display in various roles he played for the filmmaker. Vilma's dance number, the film's highlight, is a clear allusion to her career-defining portrayal in Celso Ad. Castillo's Burlesque Queen 1977. It's not often that a single from the English band Queen is exploited to great advantage in film. Nora's eyes and Vilma's body language speak for themselves on this one. This film features Zilcita at his best, irreverent, tongue-in-cheek, uninterested with broader ideas, and obsessed with compulsive sexual relationships. Let's start with the language, which skillfully juxtaposes the film's fiction with the reality of the two superstars' careers. As a result, Santos is referred to as a burlesque queen. One character is even titled Rubia, after Santos's competition picture opposite Aunor's at say, Rubia Servios 1978. However, the picture offers brilliant interactions between Santos and Aunor in addition to these references. Perhaps the most stunning lines are those in the courtroom sequence, because the competing arguments are easy to follow while remaining logical in structure. Almost every Filipino film has a rape scene in a less politically correct age. Dickie Israel was frequently cast in this role, and he would soon be referred to as the greatest rapist in town. Dickie Israel is known to be uneasy about this role, and in later years, he would erase this legacy by portraying doting father to Sam Milby in And I Love You So 2009. He is dismissed with extra-legal justice in T-Bird. Another recurring theme in Zilcita's films is courtroom drama, which this film has much of. He pulls out all the stops, releasing his purposeful legal jargon and political incorrectness, all with the assistance of an activist feminist. This film's scriptwriter is First Quarter Storm veteran Portia Ilagan. Johnny Wilson, the father of stage performer Monique Wilson, and Odette can illustrate the brilliance of ham acting in this video. Danny Zilcita's films are frequently situated in the realm of the wealthy, his own Milo. His house has been used in several interior scenes, including this one. However, we may also discover a detailed sociological portrait of Manila, both high and poor. Isabel, Vilma's character, travels between these two realms. The directing is precise and accomplished. Although one is often reminded of sequences from foreign films in a Zil City picture, there is very little unnecessary blocking in this one. Each segment adds to the overall film. If there is copying, which I believe there is in this film, it is done not for the sake of being amusing or smart, but to meet the logical requirements of the story. The performances are excellent, as one would expect from a Zil City film. Aunor is more effective than the confused lesbian mainly because Santos is unable to match to the rough and willing quality of lower-class hospitality girls. Abuel is fantastic as a patient admirer. Fernando has very little room to develop his character, but he makes good use of what he has. Suzanne Gonzales is fascinating, although she needs to learn to use her face a little more to express different emotions. In their brief roles, Anita, Linda and Odette are charming. Isabel moves into attorney Sylvia's home, and the sight of her asleep on the first evening becomes quite unbearable to her host. Here, Nora demonstrates her typically eloquent underacting, complemented by her singing the movie's theme, Hiwaga ng Pag-ibig, in the soundtrack. Great acting is a visual treat in and of itself. So it is with each Danny Zil City film, which always has a stellar cast. Zil City, like his European movie idols, depended on stock actors, performers who feature regularly in a certain director's oeuvre. For this film, Zil City's stock actors virtually devoured their minor parts. Abuel, Rosemarie Gil, Odette, Liza, Lorena, Johnny Wilson, and Suzanne Gonzales, the recurring comedic foil in practically all of Zil City's films, deserve special notice. She is Nora's wisecracking legal colleague in this role. Isabel leaves attorney Sylvia's house one evening to go to work, which annoys attorney Sylvia since she realizes exactly what Isabel means. Isabel convinces her host that it is only for tonight. She kisses her on the cheek, and Aunor executes what may be the most elegant blushing ever caught on video. As far as confrontation moments go, starting at 43 in the above film, this one is unprecedented in Filipino melodrama. This scenario would become even more heartbreaking decades later when Nora revealed in an interview that she had a girl crush on Vilma. A 1982 film cast then and now in 2022. So let's get started right away. Number 1, Aunor in 1982, age 29. Aunor traveled to Manila. On railroad tracks. It may have been via train. The bus voyage to Manila in the 1960s was just for the brave. The train was the safest and most reliable option. She joined Tawag ng Tanghalan in Manila, and triumphed. She was singing torch songs and ballads that were inappropriate for her appearance and stature. She was unique. She was strange. Her voice was not pleasant. It was a dark contralto with a lower register reminiscent of blues and jazz vocalists. The voice seemed to have come from a place of anguish, yet there was always hope. Nora could not be classified. Nora's entry into the film industry occurred at a time when the actors and actresses hired had looks that were out of the usual. The women were beautiful. Nora's face would be used to create a new model. The quotidian on her side. The Aunor phenomenon began to induce a change, a quake in taste, and an alternative aesthetics. Nora, like the other immigrants, was considered as a curiosity, and her coterie as an epidemic. Nora would be loved by individuals who recognized in her their own dreams if she were in a category all her own. Nora would no longer be an actress, and reviewers would coin a new term for her, the actor. Regardless of gender, Nora the actor would begin to break free from the template that fans had created for her. If, in her early years, queues would snake through the lobby of gorgeous freestanding theaters and onto the streets simply to see her in pictures with names that were amusingly lovely and almost stupid. Her film presentations had a nice turnout, but it wasn't as large as it used to be. But something else was going on. She established a production company named NV Production, which stands for Nora Villamayor, her true name. Was she saying, "This is who I am, and this is what I want you to see"? Instead of indulging in inane capers and commercial love tales as the owner of a film business, Nora would create film after film that defied her own character and the history that built that image. Nora the producer was conceived. Nora's ascription politics were open to criticism. Nora Aunor in 2022 age 69. Number 2, Vilma Santos in 1982 age 24. Vilma Santos Recto will not run for public office in 2022. After careful analysis of the current situation, particularly the difficulties in organizing a campaign during a pandemic, she wrote in a statement, "I have chosen not to pursue any elected seat in the May 2022 elections." Santos Recto stated that she will continue to serve the people. "I have served the public for almost 23 years and will continue to serve in the greatest way I can, even in my private position," she stated. When she was elected mayor of Lipa City in 1998, the former actress began her political career. She eventually became the governor of the province of Batangas. She ran for and won a seat in Congress in 2016. Santos Recto responded in a message that she is simply taking a back seat when asked whether she is resigning from politics. Vilma Santos on 2022 age 64. Number 3, Dindo Fernando in 1982 age 41. Dindo Fernando was an actor in the Philippines who was born Jose Tecordechua Serban on November 19, 1940, in Birac, Catanduanes and died on August 27, 1987. He is of Chinese ancestry. From the 1960s to the 1980s, he was a well-known matinee idol who later became a prominent dramatic actor in popular Filipino films. He is a member of Sampaguita Pictures Stars 66, which also includes Gina Pareo, Rosemarie Sonora, Pepito Rodriguez, and many more. In 1961, he made his cinematic debut in O Prete Sampay Bakod, with Dolphy and Amalia Fuentes. After a year, he had another assignment that helped him get noticed by film directors. In 1962, he joined the cast of Bulong Bulungan, where he portrayed the lover of famed actress Nida Blanca. Here he rose to prominence and was handed several film and television assignments. Each year, 3 to 4 film projects are completed. That is why, during his success, he became a sought-after actor. Since then, he has maintained his profession and has worked with some of showbiz's most prominent performers and actresses. His flicks, such as Gaano Kadalas Ang Minsan and Tubig at Langis, co-starring Vilma Santos, are unforgettable. Vilma Santos and Dindo Fernando filmed 7 films in 1974. Dindo Fernando's career as a dramatic starring actor began here. And thus the love triangle between Vilma Santos and Amy Austria was established. He was able to collaborate with Eddie Gutierrez, Hilda Colonel, and Nora Aunor the next year. His talent as an actor is unquestionable. He received the Orian Award for Best Actor in 1979 for Ikaw at Ang Gabi, and the FAMAS Award in 1980s for Langis at Tubig. From 1976 through 1986, he was renowned on television as Col Leo Alicante in Flor de Luna. He was considered as a terrific actor who disliked the spotlight, so he concentrated on the information he accumulated over his career. His acting flexibility distinguished him, and he is projected to become a well-known actor one day. Flor de Luna, a soap opera, was one of Dindo Fernando's final creations before his death. It aired on television from 1976 to 1986 and starred him as Janus de Belen's father. He mysteriously died a year after the conclusion of Flor de Luna, much to the astonishment of many. On August 27, 1987, at the age of 46, the showbiz business lamented its loss due to a heart attack. Number 4. Tommy Abuel in 1982, age 39. Tommy was cast alongside some of the country's greatest theatrical actors, including Joel Trinidad, Michael Williams, and Joaquin Valdez, who is currently doing well in UK-produced musicals such as Miss Saigon and King and I. Tommy would arrive at the studio 2 hours before his call time for rehearsals. Indie fans will also remember the veteran actor for single-handedly surpassing the restrictions of Ato Magadia's well-meaning drama, Dag Sin, for which he won Best Actor at Cinemalaya and a few of international acting awards. We were blown away by his very concentrated and textured performance. We weren't surprised to see this being there, done that actor deliver an exceptional performance because we grew up dazzled by his participation in Filipino film classics such as Lino Brocco's Maynila sa Mga Kuko ng Liwanag, Danny Zilcita's Karma, Joyce Bernal's Of All the Things, Mike De Leon's The Rights of My Ishmael Bernal's Working Girls. He has worked with all of Hollywood's cinematic queens, in addition to the clever and scrumptious Danny Zilcita, Dramedies. When we saw the restored version of T-Bird at Ako, a few years ago, we were blown away by Tommy's sin-stealing ability to take the focus away from his illustrious co-stars. He made his unforgettable depiction in that film appear seamless. Which is no small task when you're starring in a film that focuses on the dramatic mano-a-mano between star for all seasons Vilma Santos and superstar Nora Aunor. The last time we spoke with Tommy, we had a long phone conversation about how the never-ending pandemic has upended all of our lives in such a short period of time, and how it stands to change the way we consume entertainment, tape television shows, shoot films, rehearse plays, and perform at concerts. It's practically unimaginable for us to imagine a world without art. Life and art always seem to find a way. Tommy Abuel in 2022, age 80. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and hit the bell icon. Do share the video and subscribe on this channel. Thank you.